Hi there, welcome back to Good Morning Sports Fans. We start this hour with some breaking news. Let's get straight to Everton and our reporter Vinny O'Connor. Vinny, what can you tell us?
Martin Zubimendi coming in as well at Arsenal is a really, really good number 6. I know Arsenal fans have waited week after week for that announcement, but it is on its way. But Nørgaard is an interesting one. Now, look, at £50 million to anyone is a lot of money, but in Premier League terms, 10 million rising to 15 for a captain, an experienced Premier League midfielder. I think that's pretty decent business. They look to be bringing in another defender as well, Christian Nørgaard from Valencia. He's someone they've been tracking for a couple of years, only 20 years of age. And of course, Kepa. £5 million. That doesn't sound a lot of money for a very, very experienced goalkeeper. This is someone who cost Chelsea quite a lot of money a few years ago. And again, if this goes through, it's another Chelsea-Arsenal transfer. You've got Giroud, you've got David Luiz, Kai Havertz, Jorginho, Ashley Cole, William Gallas, Petr Cech, Yusuf Benayoun, Willian, and I'm probably missing out on one or two there as well, but unbelievable. But look, it gives Mikel Arteta experience on that bench. He needs to turn around next season in Champions League and Premier League games and look at that bench and say, do you know what? I've got experience. And Kepa does bring that as well. And of course, Champions League, this new format, so many extra games. So that would be a big signing for Arsenal as well. But of course, you're absolutely right. They do need to bring that striker in, but I'm sure Mikel Arteta knows that.
We'll only be able to judge that at the end of the summer. It could make him look a genius when they get everything they want. They hit all the right targets. They've got 5 or 6 new players and start the season in a really strong place. If any of them go slightly wrong, then you're going to look incredibly foolish when it's been absolutely evident what Arsenal have needed all along. Arsenal fans would have wanted a striker in the day after the season ended and they finished second again, because Arteta has done incredibly well, but now for them, it's all about taking that final step and winning the Premier League title again. A manager will want a striker in as early as possible to work with him for as long as possible. Such a crucial position, such a crucial signing. So Nørgaard is a good signing, he's a smart signing. You'd be a bit worried for Brentford. It's not the sexiest thing that will get Arsenal fans very excited as well.
I think you see the Jorginho signing as probably something similar, where he joined at the same age, 31 years old, and played a decent role in midfield for Arsenal. Didn't play loads of games, but was competent and helped when needed. So for that reason, I think it's a fine signing. It's not one that's gonna have fans kind of screaming with joy, but I think if and when injuries kick in, you'd rather have that player there than not have them.
Aren't we? Listen, Arsenal thought they got Zubimendi. They thought it was a done deal, as far as I'm concerned. They agreed a fee with Real Sociedad, which matched the £51 million release clause that he's got in his contract. A week ago, we were reporting that only the final bits of the deal needed to be done in terms of his personal terms, his contract, and the final structure of payments with Real Sociedad. And then Zubimendi went and said that Xabi Alonso is his, quote, idol. And that was just after Alonso had taken the Real Madrid job. And so we know that created a lot of waves with Arsenal fans who thought, oh no, does this mean that Zubimendi's having cold feet right at the last minute? And of course, we all saw what happened previously when Liverpool thought they'd got Zubimendi, only to change his mind and pull out of the deal at the last minute. Well, look, I can give some solace to worried Arsenal fans right now. I've been talking to people out here in Spain, and there is a very strong feeling out here that Zubimendi is going to Arsenal. They've got their man, no problem, is the way it was described to me. The deal is all but done. And it was also pointed out to me here that both Mikel Arteta and Martin Zubimendi both come from the same town in Spain, Donasti, a little place in San Sebastian. And we think that Mikel Arteta, or certainly over here, they think that Mikel Arteta has used that to try and talk to Zubimendi and help persuade him to come to the Emirates. Almost, I did that, says Arteta, you can do it too. And Arsenal have had a history of success with Sociedad players, haven't they, of course? Mikel Merino, Martin Odegaard, they both played with Zubimendi at Real Sociedad as well. So I'm sure they've been talking to him about what it's like to play for Arsenal under Mikel Arteta right now. And I should add, from the Spanish perspective, that they are in the market for a defensive midfielder, a number 6. But here in Spain, the full expectation is that's not going to be Zubimendi, it's going to be Angelo Stiller, from Stuttgart. And so it's only a conversation that seems to be happening in England right now. Fears that maybe this Zubimendi move to Arsenal won't happen. Here in Spain, they say, nah, he's not going to Madrid. Madrid are instead interested in Stiller. He's all yours, Mikel Arteta. So I think that has to come as some relief to Arsenal.